Fragrance fans, so one of my subscribers asked me, well, they found out that I was a bodybuilder and also a certified health coach, so they asked me if I could incorporate that into some of my fragrance videos. Now the best way I could think of doing that is giving you some tips as to how you can make your fragrances last longer and also stay stronger as well. Tip number one, which I think is very, very important, is using a good moisturizer on your face. Now the reason for that is when we moisturize, basically what it does is it keeps the moisture in our face much better. So when we spray on our fragrances, it tends to sit on the top of the skin for a lot longer before it sort of gets absorbed up. If we let our skin go too dry, what happens when we spray our fragrance on is our skin gets very thirsty, it needs moisture. So it's going to try and suck that up straight away. Now, one of the ones that I recommend is definitely the Clarins range. Clarins do a fantastic selection of stuff for guys. But yeah, this stuff is very reasonably priced. I definitely recommend it. The same goes for tip number 2 as well. When it comes down to washing your face, using facial soaps or using bars of soap can be very, very bad for your skin. They're really a lot of these mainstream brands, such as Dove, which even claim to be gentle, they can be very, very bad on your skin because they've got very, very high pH balance. Now, when you get a high pH balance, what that does is it has the opposite effect and it dries your skin out. It makes your skin feel very, very tight. So again, make sure you're using a pH balanced facial wash. Again, I'd recommend Clarins. Their range is fantastic. I'm not getting anything from Clarins for plugging them, but it's just a range that I use and I find them very, very good. I know they're pH balanced. Now, what I mean by pH balance is when you're looking for something for your skin, you're really looking for something around 5.5 to 7.5 in pH. Now, what that does, is it maintains the moisture in your skin. Now, a lot of these bars of soap, like I talked about, Dove and these mainstream brands, they've got a pH balance sometimes as high as 10, which can absolutely destroy your face. Now, each time you go up a pH on the pH scale, that's 10 times. So rather than thinking of pH 7 to pH 8, thinking of that as 1, it's actually 10 units. So it's 10 times harder on your skin when you go up to the next pH. So make sure you're getting a good pH for your skin. Like I say, when it comes to buying soap, liquid soaps tend to be a lot better. But yeah, one I'd recommend is Clarins. Then the next thing I'd recommend is also regular exercise. When we exercise often, it helps us sweat out and it helps us to get rid of any toxins or anything like that. Obviously, when we're constantly sweating, well, not constantly sweating, we don't want to be sweating all day long, but when we sweat it out in the gym, what that's doing is it helps get rid of toxins and things like that out of our body. So it stops our odours or anything like that becoming too stale. When toxins build up too much in the body, it can make us smell pretty bad. So make sure you're also exercising regularly, or at least raising your heart rate so you can get a sweat on. Now that brings us on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is definitely make sure you're drinking enough water. Now again, when we're drinking enough water, what that does is it helps flush all the toxins and stuff like that out of our body. As well as keeping our body well moisturized as well. So it comes back to when we're spraying our fragrances on, we want the moisture in our body to sort of already be taking care of itself, so that when we spray the fragrance on, our body's not trying to absorb it too quickly. So drinking enough water is incredibly important. It's going to affect your energy and also your mental levels as well. You don't want to be sort of too thirsty, otherwise it can make you very cranky. It can lead to mood swings and things like that. Also, as well, drinking enough water, it's going to make you feel better, like I say, on an overall basis, and it's very, very healthy for your body. I'd recommend drinking around, you want to be aiming at around sort of 4 to 5 litres a day. Myself being a bodybuilder, and I go to the gym obviously at least once a day, and I'm training very hard, so I tend to sweat out a lot. I drink somewhere around 6 to 7 litres of water a day. Now I drink a lot because I sweat a lot in the evening. And again, when we sweat a lot, it helps keep us smelling a lot sweeter. So moving on to number 5, Number 5, my tip is your diet. Your diet is incredibly important for you. If we're eating lots of crap, basically what that can do is it smells like crap when it comes out, because we build up a bunch of toxins in our body. So the better the quality of the food that you put into your body, the better we're going to smell on the outside later on, when our body's trying to get rid of it, whether it's sweating it out. So those are my top 5 tips to keep you smelling sweeter. Also, to make sure that your fragrances last longer and they're not being absorbed into your skin. So keep your fragrances smelling stronger and lasting longer. So there's my top 5 tips. Now, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel right down below here. And also please like, comment, and like I say, subscribe. I want to hear your comments, and if you've got any more tips as well to help people with their fragrances lasting longer or smelling stronger, please, I want to hear from you as well. Thank you very much for watching once again. Please subscribe to my Instagram, which is Luxury Fragrance Boss. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.